Hey YouTube, it's Matt here. Hey, I'm really excited for this video, and I say that a lot, but this one, as I was preparing for it, getting everything ready, it dawned on me how big of an issue this was. This is going to be my year in review 2020. And I'm so thankful for so many things, and I'm going to say thanks to a lot of people, but we got a lot of new things. We got the comic dog came this year. Hey Nixon, look this way. Sorry guys, he doesn't know how to look, but he likes his master. Hey, get down, buddy, get down. So the comic dog is new, and the comic room, if you will. I'm not going to give you a long tour of this room because some of you guys have been following me from the very beginning. Some of you guys are just kind of starting to follow me, but this whole room was a redo. This was an unfinished room in my house, and it had brown drywall on the side, unfinished drywall. Oh, it was horrible. But anyhow, I got sick of long boxes, and a lot of you guys are sick of long boxes. So what I did was I built these drawers that I can house my 7,000 comic book collection and growing. Trust me, really growing. I can hang some of my slabs on the walls, and it's going to look like I don't have any slabs on the wall here because I moved a bunch, so I can show them in this video today. This room, was a contest actually that motivated me. I've been talking to my wife about remodeling this room for years because it needed it, but we always held off on remodeling this old unfinished room in a house because there was always something else, another room we wanted to do a little bit more. This room's a little out of the way. There were days that I never came into this room. Heck, there were probably months that I lived in this house without being in this room. Now I'm up here pretty much daily. But anyhow, so we always put our efforts into a different room. But the YouTube channel Reggie Collects, he sponsored a room makeover, and I ended up winning. I don't know why. I don't know. It was the members of his YouTube channel. They voted, and for some reason, thanks guys, they voted me most needy, I guess. I don't know if that's what the criteria was, but they liked my collection. They thought that I had nice plans going forward, so I completely redid this room and love this room. Now, what had happened, some of you guys have heard this, some of you not so much, but what happened to me is I got really sick in 2019. And when I say really sick, I mean, I don't know how to put it. There was a chance I might not have made it out of 2019. Let's just put it that way. But anyhow, it dawned on me, like, life is short, you know, and I love collecting comic books, and I was kind of neglecting my hobby for a while. It was something I always did, always had a pull list, but it wasn't something I was always active. I would be active at certain points, but not all the time. Well, what I did was this is before I built those cabinets. I built one before that room makeover. Hey Nixon, be a good boy. But anyhow, I built one cabinet, and that was my model, and I was starting to come up with ideas with this. But I also organized every single one of my comic books. I put them in alphabetical order, by series, by number, chronologically. That was a monumental task. So what I ended up doing while I was doing this, I had my iPad there, and I would play videos, YouTube videos, and comic book collecting. I knew nothing about the YouTube comic book community before summer 2019. And I would watch different YouTube videos. I saw Gem Mint, I saw Comic Tom, Bueller, and many others. Some that I don't even remember their names. But there was one video of this one guy that kept talking about issues that I was interested in returning to the hobby. And that was Reggie Collects. And I kept noticing those were the videos that I watched more than any others, to the point where once I would actually start to look his videos up. And I ended up becoming a part of that comic book community, and I met so many people. And I've never been as active as I am now in comic book collecting. Well, fast forward to 2020. Well, the room makeover was in 2020, but that's kind of how I started interacting on social media. I never did social media. I don't have a Facebook, never had an Instagram. I think my wife made me a MySpace one time, if you guys remember that website. I don't know if I ever logged on to it other than for her to show me how to use it. I just never used it. I don't care about social media. Now I'm on Instagram every single day looking at different feeds that people are putting out there and commenting on it and then liking certain posts. And I've been posting a lot, although I have noticed in the last month or so, or maybe 2 months, I haven't made a whole lot of posts. I think I might start changing them. But what I want to do is these books in front of me. These are some of the books, in fact, every one of these books I got within the last year in 2020. And I want to do a little rundown of what I did for my collection this year. And I'm looking at this pile. And I'm shocked. I can't believe this was all in 1 year. And honestly, some of these books I might have shown before, but I don't think I've ever shown them in a 2020, or I got them all. But I'm probably going to forget a few people because I got this book, Teen Titans 12. Hey Nixon, come here, buddy. Leave my cameraman alone. Come here. Comic dog, come here. Leave him alone. Teen Titans 12. Teen Titans 12. This is the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. And you guys know this book. I picked this up from Solly 2 Kings. Thank you very much. He has an Instagram page where he sells books. And I've been showing this book off the last couple weeks. This is, hey, comic dog, how you doing? He's the friendliest dog you ever want to meet, but sometimes he needs a little extra attention. All right, get down, bud. All right, I love this book. And I've shown, I think this is the third video I've shown it. This is Savage Sword of Conan, number 1, 9.8. And I was stoked to get that in a 9.8. This book is another giant book. Savage Tales, number 1. The first appearance of Man-Thing is in this book. 9.4. I picked this up. This I picked up from an awesome YouTuber by the name of Asian Funk. I won a 1,000 subscriber giveaway on his YouTube channel. He sent me a plethora of books. 6 of them are slabs. This is one. This is a signed Hulk 181 Mexican edition. Super awesome book. This, actually, Asian Funk, he, on his Instagram, he posted this book. Now, he had a raw copy, and I just thought this Alex Ross cover was fire. I do have the original Spectacular Spider-Man with John Romita art on it, and I just had to have that, so I found that book in a 9.8. This is the first appearance of Blue Marvel. This is such a great story. For those of you that have never read Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, as a miniseries, I believe there were 5 in this miniseries. Please do yourselves a favor and read this story. It's a very powerful. This is Reggie Collects variant for Gung Ho number 7, 9.8, blue. Now, this is a book. I have this book, but I don't have it graded. And I just love this Barry Windsor Smith cover. I got this from Foley, Alabama, Foley is the name of the town, Foley, Alabama, from a comic book shop down there. Nice book. Here is another one of the Asian Funk giveaway awards. This is my only purple label. I love it. It's restored. That being said, I've actually looked, and I have taken a magnifying glass because somewhere there's some color touch on this cover. I can't find it. I'm not saying it's not there. I trust CGC. They know what they're doing. If they're saying it was restored, it was. I can't find it. I really did look for it. But now it's just kind of a fun little hunt for me. I picked up Venom, number 9, and a 9.8. The first appearance of Dylan. We'll see how that story's going right now. Right now, he's a pretty big character in King in Black with Noel. Here is Free Comic Book Day, #1, Spider-Man. This is the first full appearance of Virus. He was a character that was hot for a day or two, and then they killed him off on a storyline. So who knows where this is going. Now, I bought this book from reggiecollects.com. This is just such an iconic cover. This is the first print of The Killing Joke in a 9.6. And we have the first appearance of the Goblin King with Death Metal, Legends and of Dark Knights. Then I got some big boy book right here, Ultimate Fallout #4. I think some of you guys know this is the very first Miles Morales, who honestly, Miles Morales might be my favorite character in comics. I think that they're doing such a great job with his storyline. And he's not, in my humble opinion, Miles Morales isn't going anywhere. He's a part of the Marvel Universe from now going forward. A lot of people thought he was just going to be a really quick thing, but no, he's got staying power. One of my favorite covers of all time, whether it's in my collection or not, but this is Incredible Hulk King Size Special. It was the annual #1. It came out in 1968, and this has a Jim Steranko cover, which is amazing. I've read this book. The storyline's not that great. It's Hulk battles the Inhumans. Honestly, very forgettable storyline, but this cover art is what makes this book. First appearance of Deadpool. Such a great book. I love the footwork, Jim Liefeld's footwork. I love how he holds the weapons. Like, the detail in the feet and how he holds weapons is unparalleled. You think? Maybe. This is just a cool cover. Gung Ho #1. Okay, this is a store variant, CK Elite, and it's just a cool looking art. I like that one. Here's a book that I've had for years but not graded. This is Spider-Man Black Hat. I like this. This is a Kevin Smith written story, and I like Kevin Smith. I always loved his movies in the 90s, you know, Mallrats and Jay and Silent Bob. So whenever he wrote this, I did buy it. And the guy's got a lot of talent. So this is always a story that I really liked. And this is the first comic book I ever got my wife to read. She also likes Kevin Smith. And so whenever we were dating, she found out that Kevin Smith wrote comics, and she couldn't wait to read it, and she enjoyed it. And that was kind of a lot of what got her to understand why I collect comics. You know, we all collect comics for our own reasons. We know this, but yeah, what sometimes wives don't understand. But speaking of wives, this was my birthday present from my lovely wife. She, I don't know how she knew that I was wanting this book, and she ordered it before I even mentioned it or anything. She asked me, she goes, Matt, what if you could have any comic book, what is the comic book that you would want most? And I was like, maybe a Hulk 181, but I'm like, that price just keeps going up to where it's unrealistic. If I would have bought this same book in the 5.0, 15, 16 years ago, probably could have got it for $200. And now it goes for a lot more. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she read my mind without asking me, but amazing. So she ended up picking that up for me, and I'm just loving it. An Asian Funk 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Great book right here. Harley Quinn cover. Cannot go wrong with Harley Quinn. I showed some of this art in a previous video, but this is the year in review. In fact, some of these books I've shown a lot of. In fact, there's a whole video on just this book alone. Me at the unboxing. Matthew Civiletti, he gave me some prints of his art. Here's a Black Panther. Uncle Sam. Love his art. The guy is so talented. This is Wolverine. Same artist. Now this is a Randy Resnake, and this is a Matt Stiviletti creation. They worked on this together. Same with this one right here. Amazing. Now Randy Resnake, he sent me an A-OK. This is for my son, the cameraman Spencer. This is Darth Vader, who is probably his favorite comic character right now. And he sent one for me because he knows I'm a Conan guy. Love Conan. And then here's something. This is new for YouTube. I've never shown this off. This is original art. This was an A-OK from Master Blaster. And Master Blaster, I can't thank you enough. This is Spencer's. And we're still looking for a frame. I'm looking for a frame. I want to find the exact page that this is, and then also a cover. And I want to put them in a shadow box. But such fantastic original art right here. I've never been an original art guy, but Master Blaster is making me seriously think about maybe going over to the dark side. I'm going to set this back here. You can see I'm surrounded. Now, here is a Marvel Team Up. This was given to me by Asian Funk. I'm going to move some of these other things out of the way here. Now, okay, I told you I love that Hulk, or the Hulk Annual #1. If there's one other cover that I like more than that one, it might be this one, Silver Surfer #4. Okay, John Buscema art right here with Thor and Silver Surfer. With all the hype about Knoll this year, I had to pick up a Venom #3, first print. Comic Dog, what are you up to? It looks like he wants to go out now. He's all about me earlier and the cameraman, but now the dog wants out. But here is a Reggie Collects 9.8, but this is a yellow label signed by Reggie Collects himself. I'm sorry, having your face on the comic book is amazing to me. Not many people have, an image on comics themselves. Here is a Batman Adventures #12, 9.4. Again, I bought this off the Reggie Collects website. First appearance of Harley Quinn. She's another character that's going to be here for a while. Super Honorable Nephew. He A-OK'd me this book out of nowhere. And I'm just astonished by this. Strike Force #1. This is the negative variant. Love this book. Super Honorable Nephew, super great guy. He couldn't have found a better name. This is my son's favorite character, first appearance of Dr. Aphra. This is Darth Vader #3, 2015. Put that there. I'm starting to get too many. This bought off of, again, Super Honorable Nephew, okay? A great book right here. He gave me a fantastic offer, and I had to take him up on it. This is Amazing Spider-Man 122. The Death of the Green Goblin. Great book. Double cover that was given to me by Asian Funk as a part of that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. This is the thing #5, but this is a double cover. That's what makes this so cool. The double cover is whenever they literally put two covers on the same book. If you open this up, there's a cover just like this underneath it. This was a book I picked up this year. I really no reason. I love the art. And this was a big limited series in 2019, so I picked it up this year. Now, this is a very important book. A lot of Gibbon Gang members will know this. This was my upgrade to my ASM 110, which is the ticket to become a member of the Gibbon Gang. So I got my upgrade on that one. And if you guys have ever bought a book that is not valuable, that has no real significance, you just love the cover, again, Alex Ross. And there was that other book that I bought that was Spectacular Spider-Man. This is Savage Sword of Conan #4, which he does homage to a lot of previous covers from the magazine size comic. Just love this book. Bought this Silver Surfer, The Best Defense #1. Got this off of ReggieCollects.com. this was a cool book. I used to watch his YouTube videos and it would be in the back, and I always liked this. And then I saw it go for sale on a website. I had to pick it up. This is a book for my son that he bought, and I say this is my year in review, but you know, Spencer has gotten into comic book collecting a lot in 2019, especially 2020, and so I like to show a little bit of his journey too. So this is a Batman Superman #2, signed by Jay Lee. Ultimate Spider-Man white cover, #1. And this is a GarageCon purchase. Got it at reggiecollects.com. Walking Dead, I think it's second printing. Yes. Walking Dead 191. Okay. Master Blaster, he A-okayed this signed copy to Spencer. This is signed by David Michelinie. I'm mispronouncing that, forgive me. Paul Ryan, 4 people signed it, okay? It was amazing. Giant size annual, #21. This is the first appearance of Rogue, Avengers annual #10. This is my cover of Darth Vader #3, great book. And here's a Wolverine, #1, limited edition. This is the Mexican variant, okay? Great book right here. But this was signed, and Frank Miller's one of the signees, but his signature is a little smeared on this one, but I care less. I think it's amazing. Frank Miller's signature. Speaking of signatures, my own mother this year, for my birthday, I had a really good birthday this year, you can tell. She found me a Stan Lee signed card. I don't have anything signed by Stan Lee, so whenever I got this, I was super stoked. It was, you know, a great addition. But guys, I've had a wonderful year, not only collecting comics, but in my life. 2020 has not been everyone's favorite year, and we all know the reasons. But for me personally, minus, you know, the COVID, 19, it's been a really fun year for my hobby, for my family, for all the friends that I have met on Instagram and Discord and YouTube. And I want to thank everybody for making this a wonderful year. And it can be better in 2021. And I'm just hoping that we have a much better year going forward in 2021. And as always, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to see more content come out of the channel, please subscribe. We come out with a video about once every week, you know, give or take. But normally once a week, that's what we shoot for. But guys, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. And everyone, thanks for watching.